stick bring the thunder. A stranger in his own land, the Delta Blues homeland. Peep the ill beat, watch him snap into his own man. Eviscerate a hater, commentator, then he gone, man. Crossroads demon summon. Now the blues man coming with the truth, boom, bap and hell on him. If you wanna take it there, declare a holiday. I'll be your Huckleberry, Dr. Vulcan, neck grip, Mr. Spock, ya. Bring your best and your yes men. Feel my finger deep up in your chest when I start snapping weapons. Keep it guessing and listen to the blessing, the message, motherfucker.
Yeah, this what my blues be ghetto. Yeah, they say we sound retro. They get money like Creflo, get contact at the Mapco, get flap out the popo. Yeah, he in the trap with the yayo, he trapped in the say-so, boom rap from the get-go. Yeah, we do this for the people, Ohio to the NO, back down to Memphis. Willie Mr. Isaac Hayes in the pimples, hustlers, raise the balls on motherfuckers.
Out and about in the city I roll, still ain't no place like home. Till I'm there, gotta deal with the snakes and fakes, to the smiles in my face, with the backstabs in mind. From the way that they talk, I can tell they lying. Daily, sunshine to sunset, a peace of mind set me, a place where I can balance the stress. Still coming to the home stretch, to my headrest. Coming from a place where the rhymes don't stop.
No team iller.
I get down for my crown.
Peep the flow, here we go, the TKO.
When we roll, it's like we got the key to the city.
So open up your eyes till the flow is no surprise.
Credentials, the kick flows, and rip shows.
Battles I lose, none to make crews run.
You know the South was historical viciousness. Lynch mob eyewitnesses, back of the bus 10%. Racial prejudice incidents made the news segregated. Raised the groove elevated, made the blues meditated. Juke joints blues celebrated, the bullets blew and levitated. Bodies, families devastated, neighborhoods were decimated. Post crack served, narcotic rated. Smokers, baby gangsters created. Pain and anger concentrated, blue still chrome.
It's where both feet are planted, anywhere on this planet. Ideals for success, and it's about time we plan it. Those are small minds start to panic, be frantic. While I tend to coast beyond Pacific and Atlantic. Brought your mind to rise and contemplate, compromising bullshit's in abundance. It ain't hard to find it. Negativity's a moot point with peace on the scene. It's our advantage when you want a visiting team.
It's that derelict assassin, chain reaction, mashing your faction with no compassion. I represent the wave, windmills and backspins. Used to rock V-neck sweaters and Aspen. Pretty boy from the hood, never known for flashing. Laying in the cut, steady stashing Jacksons. Relaxing, writing the tracks that kept my stereo blasting. Sampling wax, making it happen.
Coming from a place where the rhymes don't stop.
No team iller.
I get down for my crown.
Peep the flow, here we go, the TKO.
When we roll, it's like we got the key to the city.
So open up your eyes till the flow is no surprise.
Credentials, the kick flows, and rip shows.
Battles I lose, none to make crews run.
Home is where the heart is at. IMC the gods is back. Grinding, we the heart of that. That Memphis, we the architects. No samurai but leather jack. The kite flyer bring leathers back. Rhyming style and harkens back to when my dad had a heart attack at the start and stop. The heavy breathing until your arteries will pop. Permanent evening, family affair. We may disagree but never seethe. The one place that we never go, committing treason. Robbing my Cujos and the Christine, the kings of Steven. Till they chanting IMC again and then we leaving.
Out here is here. Out here is.
Welcome back to the JayBo Show. I'm your host, JayBo. You can find me on Twitter at Beale Street Blue. That's at BEALEST Blue at Twitter. Special shout out to Sierra Gladney for the usage of equipment needed to produce this episode. The intro for this episode is Home by Iron Mike Coalition. This episode of the JayBo Show is dedicated to the memory of Walter Scott. Scott was shot and killed by Michael Slager, a then North Charleston, South Carolina police officer, on April 4th, 2015. Slager was caught on a bystander's cell phone video firing 8 shots at Walter Scott as Scott was running away from him. Thoughts and prayers are with the friends and family of Walter Scott and with the friends and family of Michael Slager. So my guest on this episode of the JayBo Show is the first return guest on the JayBo Show. The very talented, always grinding, always hustling, the man with the can of spray paint in his hand at all times. Yeah. Give it up for Mr. Grime Lab. Grime.
Hey, how
thank you so
doing,
much
man?
for being a guest on my show again,
Thank
man. I
you,
appreciate
thank
it,
you.
man. Thank you so much. So what have you been up to, man? What's new with you with your graffiti and your art?
Well, I think with the whole art form that I've been doing and grinding at, it's just a constant evolution, progressing forward. I wouldn't say anything so much new as just progressing forward, taking my abilities and trying to push it as far as I can, really, and getting it into more hands, meeting more people, just really been out there more, just popping table and selling art, and having fun with it, just raising a family and able to provide my family by doing my art form with it.
What's the most exciting thing you've done or made since the last time I talked to you?
Oh, it's been a few years, huh?
It's been a couple years, almost 2 years.
Because I remember that last interview, that was when my daughter was 1 and she's about to be 3, so that's about
August 9th,
2 years.
right?
Yep, August 9th. Good memory. Let's see, the funnest thing. I think really, I would say, I guess this last 6 months or year, the funnest thing is really quitting my daytime job, my 9 to 5, and actually getting out there and showing people my art every week or every few weeks, and being able to talk with the consumer and sell them a piece or make them smile with something or show them something that they're like, whoa, I gotta have it, and just being able to sell it and put it in their hands. I think that's kind of the most exciting thing, because it's kind of like that foot forward into where I want to get to.
Okay. You said you quit your daytime job, your regular 9 to 5?
Yep.
What were you doing for your regular 9 to 5
I was doing
job?
graphic design for a company, and it was good money. It just wasn't fulfilling, though. I was, I'm an artist, so I just wasn't able to steadily create art. I felt like I was really trapped inside of a box, being told what to do, or when I do something really cool outside of the box, then they're like, change it, let's put it back in the box. So I think that was the biggest thing of why I had to leave and actually pursue my dream as, just a artist without any barriers or any limits holding me back.
Yeah, so you didn't feel like you had a lot of your personal creative control at your job?
Definitely. The whole creative control was out of my hands. I was pretty much a button clicker at that point. That's how I felt.
Cool. I was watching some of your videos on YouTube, and I noticed that some of them were produced by a company called Gold Galaxy Productions.
Oh, yes, sir.
What's Gold Galaxy Productions?
Gold Galaxy is a guy I met. He's a young guy, Fernando, and he's really out there, too, with his music. He's really pursuing local artists, underground artists, and he produces a lot of videos for them. So I ended up linking out with him. I did this graffiti documentary a few years back, ran into him randomly. He said, hey, yeah, I'll film you anytime you guys go painting. So I said, okay, I didn't think much of it. So he ended up coming out, being the real deal, showing up, recording us, interviewing us, putting it out on YouTube. And that video ended up getting a few hundred or, a couple thousand plays or whatnot, and actually being bigger than what the project I thought intended he was going to make.
Yeah.
So I saw he was pretty serious, and I saw he was making a few videos, so I just hit him up, and he pretty much hooked me up with a few videos.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Fernando, man. You need people like that, that
Yeah.
can be in your side, be in your corner.
Over at
helping
Gold
you out,
Galaxy,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to him, man. When are you going to come paint in Memphis, man? I'm from Memphis.
Man, I talked with my wife, planning a trip to actually, let's go out, a few places. Memphis being one of those places we want to go to, just visit with the family, and hopefully I can link up with some artists and paint over there.
Good deal, man. Let me know when you go, man. I'll make some phone calls,
Yeah.
send out some text messages, man.
Yeah, definitely
Make sure you link
will.
up with the right people, man, so you can do what you need to do.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And you said your wife, you got married since the last time I talked to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we didn't do an official marriage, but we made it official between ourselves, and just, made a pretty much a covenant under God that we're together and we're going to make this work, or, continue to work at it, because really the whole relationship, whether it be a marriage, a boyfriend, girlfriend, it's just constant work, sacrifices, and you want to both be happy at the end. So we have 4 children together, all girls, so we're just really trying to, pursue our dreams together and also keep the family all happy.
Okay. You have any plans in the future to have a legal marriage?
Yeah.
Do?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. There's nothing solidified, in stone yet that what we're gonna do. But yeah, for sure. Because got all these kids with her. I might as well. But I'm gonna find somebody else to make me happy. Is no.
Okay. I noticed on Twitter, man, on your Twitter profile,
Okay.
on your description of who you are, you said that you're an artist, you're a father, and you're a ratchet whisperer. What's a first of all, explain to us what the word ratchet means to you. What does ratchet mean?
Ratchet's kind of like you throw, you hood, you ghetto, you don't care. Ratchet girl. But the
ghetto.
You just throw, like you just do not care. Like I wouldn't say just like it's ghetto, but to me, ratchet's like you're out there. You don't care. You who you are. Either it be ignorant or whatnot. You're kind of ignorant to the fact of what people really think about you or how you really look or how you sound, but you don't care. You're yourself. It's kind of like I guess a battle cry. The ratchets out there, how I see it. But that term ratchet whisperer was coined. Me and my homie Robots in Puerto Rico, we would just constantly just show each other ratchet stuff, or just kind of like hood little clips on YouTube or whatever. And we also tend to parody it a lot too with our own artwork. With like my own artwork, I'll just do stuff that takes something that's popular, whatever it be in the hip hop community, and kind of poke fun at it, make fun at it. So we coined the term ratchet whisper, kind of just like we're out there, we're just making fun of stuff and being hood, also just being a bunch of hood rats, really.
I got you, man. Now, I saw on Twitter too, I think you mentioned something about having a manager, somebody to manage your art.
Okay.
Your appearances or whatnot.
I actually did with the music. It was very briefly though. I had a music manager, and he was trying to help me out, to get to South by Southwest, get to the A3C festival, just to really push my music out there. And that was just briefly for a few months. And I was kind of working with him, but then also I just really wasn't super focused on the music at that moment to, do everything he was saying. But it was also a good experience because he opened my eyes to certain things as far as how to monetize your music, monetize your art. And really, you could be your own manager. And it's kind of my situation now that I'm just, you really got to keep putting a step forward every day. And that's what a manager does. He takes an artist and just says, hey, you need to get up. You need to sign up for this. You need to put your deposit down for that. You need to get in all those doors you can.
Right.
And I think that's what I learned from that experience. Just to really get out there, and you got to make that next thing happen for yourself.
So what are your goals now with your music? Like, do you still want to do festivals? You want to put out albums? You want to get booked for shows? Like, where are you going now with the music?
Yeah, I've done a few shows recently. I went to South by Southwest this past year.
You performed there?
Yeah, I performed over there.
Okay.
I did like a little, 10-minute set. I've been doing like little 10, 15-minute sets here in Dallas as well. Just different venues and different management companies, whatever they're working with. And I enjoy the live aspect of music. I think I will want to continue doing that. One of my main concerns right now is when I continue doing that to build more of a stage presence, not just me and myself, but actually make it entertainment. I would like to, add in like little swords or people painted with faces or just stuff to make it be like, what is this going on? Like, this is really a show, not just a rapper getting on a microphone, but being entertainment where the crowd is involved with the music too.
Like a live, interactive art exhibit.
Really, yeah, just to really, I guess, grow my brand, what my brand is, what's different from me compared to any other rapper, not just the music or what we're talking about, but how we look, what we're doing on stage that's different, how we're entertaining the people, how we're able to connect with people differently.
Right.
So I guess that's where I'm at with my music, and just my next show, I'll be including a few different pieces that I haven't before.
Okay. You still smoke weed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a break for a long time, but I still smoke weed, yeah.
Do you dab?
No.
You don't? Have you tried it?
I've tried it before, but no, I don't dab. That's to me, that's more like a science experiment, seeing those people heat it up and all that. That's too much responsibility for me.
Does weed help you, or smoking weed, does it help you with your creative process?
No, I'm a creative person no matter what. I think weed, it could get you there, but it also can make you just lazy and you don't want to be creative. I feel creative no matter what, but sometimes I'm in my creative vibe and I want to smoke a little bit. But I think the main thing why I continue smoking marijuana, I have migraines serious since a young child. I mean, I get my migraines so serious that if I don't do anything, I'll just start vomiting, being so sick from the migraine. So
Wow.
marijuana, I've never done any science, test or whatnot, but it definitely helps me with my migraine headaches. So, it's one of those things where I will continue to smoke. But at the same time, this last few years, I was smoking heavily, just overdoing it too. And then I saw like, hey, I need to take a break from this because I don't want that to control me. Just like anything, drinking or driving too fast, sex, I don't know. A lot of things could be under there, but definitely, yep.
Yeah, too much of anything can be bad for you.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's a good thing.
Yeah, and I had to
for
learn that myself.
Okay. I saw the video for your new song, Two Angels.
Oh, yeah.
I really liked that, man. That was dope. I
Appreciate
really liked it. You have a line or a couple lines in the song that I'll read off. I want to ask you about a couple of them.
Okay.
You said, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said, quote, let off one at the narc, problem solved, crisis created. And then you went on to say that pistol came out, you ducked. Gun came out on him. That was something you said in the song. I know, like, when we talked the first time, you talked a lot about, and you still talk, even in that song, in Two Angels, you talk a lot about being positive and being thankful and being grateful for what you have, and overall being positive. But in those lines, there was, it kind of alluded to some violence.
Oh, yeah.
And I was wondering, like, that violence in those lyrics, is that, like, does that come from a personal experience, or is it, like, somebody else's story?
Yeah, for sure. The lyric is, let off one at their noggin, problem solved, crisis created.
Okay.
So with that statement, with that line right there, it kind of means, like, you got a problem with somebody, you let off one at their noggin, and you solve the problem between you guys as far as your beef. But what's the real crisis? Now you're in trouble with the law. You're in trouble with whatever is going on because you're just starting to go down this dark road of, being violent. And it doesn't stem from me, a personal experience, like I'm shooting people and solving problems. It's not that. But it's more of a reflective statement of what I was around in Puerto Rico. Okay. People, around that were carrying pistols, especially from Puerto Rico. A lot of young, like my age group or younger, they just resort to shooting people to, for their dispute, whether it being over drugs, gang violence, whatnot. But it was just kind of a reflective line that I thought of in my days of when I used to live there and be young and reckless in the street and what I saw. And it was kind of like, where do you really grow from that? So it was just a lot of times with my writing, it's not just directly like it's all one story, but it's multiple stories patched into one verse to really give you a whole feeling of what that verse is about. So in the song Two Angels, I'm really reflecting on some violent times as well, but also like sacrifices you make or troubles you go through to get to what is your ultimate goal. And that song was about two angels, my two little daughters. Okay. So it was kind of like, I've gone through all these little problems, little tribulations or whatnot, whether it be in the street doing dumb stuff, whether it be around violence or whatnot, but ultimately I'm giving thanks for my two angels.
Okay, cool, man. I thought it was kind of interesting that you referred to your daughters as angels. I wanted to ask you about that. I thought back to a conversation I had with my father-in-law concerning my ex-wife, and he referred to her as his princess. In a text message that I sent to my girlfriend recently, I called her my queen. What is it, man, between like men and women or men and girls? Like, why do you think it is that we do that? Like, we refer to the women and the girls in our life, the ones that we love, and the ones that we appreciate. They're our angels, they're our princesses, they're our queens. What is it about that?
They really put that emotion in your heart, and so you want to put them on a pedestal, make them feel like your queen, treat them as your queen. Or in my case with my daughters, I treat them as my angels because they saved me every time that one of them was born. It saved me from, opening my eyes again, like, wow, I was able to receive this blessing, was able to change my life and make me feel like I was blessed. I was able to receive these angels and just being able to take care of them and treat them as angels. Cool, and nothing less, really.
Cool. A few weeks ago, on July 7th, Michael Johnson killed and injured police officers in downtown Dallas. Where were you when that happened?
I'm not going to lie. I think I was out... I was out hustling, selling some clothes. Oh, yeah? If I'm not mistaken. And then I remember coming home and hearing that news about it on the TV and thinking, man, tomorrow's going to be interesting going out there. And really the next day it wasn't like so much different because I wasn't really in that downtown area. But I definitely do see it where that whole police state or more enforcement is more visually there, where we're in some crazy times. I mean, it's going to call on martial law. I think if stuff continues to be like this, it's going to be told we need to have curfews. That's how I saw it, as where it's like a huge, I wouldn't even know how to say it. It's just like a huge, I wouldn't say conspiracy, but I feel like that in a way. Like, we started talking in the family, like, was it a black guy that really killed these police officers, or was it an inside job that kind of like the JFK deal? Like, what do you really think about that? So it got our minds running, and we started talking a bit, and just here at home kind of seeing what is really possibilities. But in all honesty, it's a crazy world, and people are tired of certain things, so they're going to act out and lash out and do some just extraordinary things, whether it be evil or good, just to prove how they're feeling, a reflection of their, I guess, their anger or their aggression.
Do you think anything good will come out of it, or have you seen anything good come out of it? Or it's still pretty fresh. I mean, it wasn't even a month ago.
Yeah. You know, I feel like, I feel like there's people who will appreciate police officers more for what they do and their sacrifices. Maybe also certain police officers will be looked at like, hey, what are you guys really doing to make these people feel like this, to make them feel unease? Why are a general public not trusting in the police officers in certain areas, whether it be low income areas, or how come police officers treat these certain people different compared to they pulling over, you know, this guy in a beat up Corolla, and they're treating him a certain way. Right. And I actually was at an art show last night, Urban Chatter, which I was part of, and I saw these two pieces. It made me think a bit. There were the police officer badges of Dallas, but one of them had a red bandana over it, and the other one had a blue bandana over it. So that artwork made me kind of reflect, like, what were they trying to say by it? Why were these red, you know, blood and Crip bandanas tied around police officer badges? What was the representation of that? Are they trying to say, like, gangs are going to be united with police officers? Are they trying to say, like, that their street level people actually care about what happened? Or are they kind of saying, like, we're all unified as people, whether it be someone hood wearing a bandana and police officers, we're all the same people. And we all share hearts, we all share blood, like, we all are the same people, whether we be in a gang or, you know, police officer enforcement. We're all the same people, and we all deserve love, and, you know, we all deserve life.
That's right, man. That's true. But like, with all of this negative stuff happening, man, all these bad things happening, like, what do you go to, or what do you do just in general just to stay positive?
You know, a lot of it, you know, this whole I guess police corruption or crazy events, you know, shootings or whatnot, it's not so much new to me. I wasn't so surprised at these events, because being from Puerto Rico, we've dealt with police corruption and people shooting police officers. My stepfather was a police officer, and he was murdered. This is years ago. So it's stuff that I've always been around and seen, but I would like to include it more in my artwork, and I feel like I do. As far as I try to, you know, be poetic about it and write, you know, certain things of our times, what is happening. And if somebody hears that and could be influenced and say, okay, here's a realistic, poetic expression of what's happening, instead of just being, you know, downright negative about it. I think there's a way that we can really enlighten the future to really show them what we're going through now, as far as teach them something that is actually could be in a history books, like people really started standing up and pulling out their guns and being defensive and not just asking anymore. They're starting to take it, whether it be good or bad, I don't know. But I feel like I'm in the mix there, and I definitely, with my artwork, I don't like to just jump on top of it, because I'm really not a political type of artist. I'm more of like a parody artist. So if I could poke light at the situation and kind of be funny about it, I think that would be the route that I'll take.
That'd be interesting, man. I like to see that when you do it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll let you know.
Cool, thank you. Now we're going to play a game, Grime. We're going to play a game called To Get to Know You Better. I ask a question, a general question, and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind, all right? So we can get to know you better.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in to the JayBo Show, my guest is the first return guest on the JayBo Show, my man Grime Lab, graffiti artist in general, and rapper. And we're going to play a game called To Get to Know You Better. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, first question. How many Pokemon did you catch today?
Man, I didn't catch any today. but I got the app and
The Pokemon Go.
yeah, Pokemon Go. Actually, maybe I probably caught some last night, so I'll just say 2. But it doesn't include today because I didn't play today.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never played it, man. I didn't play it back in the day when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never played
I
it.
think
The
it was-
card game, the TV show.
It was
none of
definitely my age group. I had it been like 8 or 9 when it really started coming out
Mm-hmm.
and being popular. And I remember that first summer when it came out, we had either the red or the blue cartridge. And me and my younger brother taking a trip to New York, and the whole way we were on our Game Boy Colors playing Pokemon. So that was our whole experience into it. And then after that, the school year following it, it was just a huge deal. So I was into it, but I think also when I hit like 13, 14, and I had all the cards and everything, I was like, oh, this is sort of dumb. This is kiddie. So I kind of like turned against it, even though I enjoyed it, you know, being that 9-year-old kid and stuff.
Cool. James Bond or Bruce Wayne?
James Bond.
I gotta go Bruce Wayne, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Bruce Wayne.
James Bond's so slick, you know, he drinks alcohol, and he's
Yeah.
got the silencers, a lot of stuff he's known for. But I can't hate on Bruce Wayne either.
Bruce got that cheese though, man. Bruce is a billionaire.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true.
He's a bachelor. And they both got ladies.
Yeah.
They both got fine women.
That's true.
What do you think about some people saying that that actress Idris Elba should be given a shot to play James Bond? You know who Idris Elba is?
I don't know who that is.
He's a black guy. He's a black British actor. He was on The Wire. Did you ever watch The Wire on HBO?
No, I didn't.
He was on that, but he's a black guy. He's a British actor. He's pretty good. At least I think he's pretty good. And people are kind of wanting to spice up the James Bond franchise. So they think that like maybe he should be given a shot.
Why not?
To play James Bond. A lot of people are mad, man. Like they
should.
don't want to see a
I
black
actually
dude play
heard something
James Bond.
similar about like I guess a Spider-Man movie that they were gonna cast a black guy for the Spider-Man
heard that
movie
too.
and it being kind of a uproar.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard they thought about getting that guy, that comedian, Donald Glover. They were gonna get him.
Oh,
and people
really?
were mad
Donald
about
Glover?
That. Yeah.
Oh, he's a
And people
good
were mad
actor,
about that.
too.
He is,
He's
man.
really good.
He would do real good with
Childish
that.
Gambino.
Yeah, Childish Gambino.
Man.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
You like his music?
Oh, I like his music.
He's
man.
creative, man. That dude is an artist, man.
And his music videes, it's mind-blowing.
yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen an artist
They're
who puts
crazy.
out music videos like that. He
Right,
puts
right.
out some. He had one, what is it called? Love in Oakland or something, Oakland. And that music video is just crazy, super, super crazy. It was one of my favorite music videos from him.
Which
But
one was that? Was that the one where he
got
he turned into an alien at the
Yeah,
end?
that
yeah,
one.
yeah. In
With
the field
Gene
with the girl. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay.
Oh man,
yeah,
that
I saw
video
that
was
too.
super crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, all his videos are good. It's just well done stuff, and then also his little parts in there. But getting back to that question, I'd say give that guy a chance at least, you know, to try out for 007. Whether it be we're trying to stick to the original comic book strip that the guy was white or whatever. It's a new age. I mean, we definitely have an international field of acceptance of, hey, we got Indians, we got all sorts of people,
Yeah.
whether it could be whatever, and anybody could really
Yeah.
do anything.
Shouldn't
Give 'em a
like
chance.
give everybody a chance to be, you know, to see themselves reflected in these movies.
I would
you know
say
what
even
mean?
for that, like, okay, if you don't want to put him in the movie, make a little short, you know, seven episode series. Have him
Yeah.
as the actor and see how it does and how people react to that. And then maybe that's more popular than the movie. So then they're gonna be like, okay, we need to bring him for the movie. I don't know.
We should do it, man. I'll be the first black James Bond. Or you can be the first Puerto Rican Batman.
Nice.
And do it.
I'm done with it.
Who was the last famous person that you met?
Last famous person I met. Trying to think. I don't know. I've met a few famous people. Some singers, rappers. I know. About a year ago, I was at Lowe's over here, not too far away from this, you know, North Dallas area, and I met Oliver Peck. He's a tattoo artist from Tattoo Master Whatnot TV show with Dave Navarro, and he's the guy who's always with the toothpick in his mouth.
I've never watched that show.
Ponytail, and
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know who Dave Navarro is for
yeah.
sure.
So
Wow,
he's on
okay.
that show, and he was actually super cool. Like, he's on the show. He's like one of the, you know, I'll say like originators in this Dallas tattoo style. Like, he was
got
been
over
doing
there
it for years. He was over there,
Okay.
and I met him. That was the last person I met.
All right, we're back. We were rudely interrupted by Scramps. Grime Lab's
The kitten.
cat, the kitten. He jumped on top of my laptop,
Press the space bar.
pressed the space bar, and stopped the audio.
It was over.
It was over. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. We were talking about I asked you who was the last famous person that you met. And you said Oliver Peck.
Oliver Peck, yep.
A tattoo artist.
A tattoo artist and also a judge on the Tattoo Masters show.
A judge on Tattoo Masters. Okay.
I think that's what it's called. I don't know for sure, but I think it's something like that.
Okay, cool. The last famous person I met was Andre 3000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Dallas?
He lives here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him at the record store where I work at. He came in and bought some records, man. He was real cool. That was like early last year.
What did you guys talk about?
Nothing much, man.
No?
I was just like, man, I appreciate your work. I shook his hand and everything. And I just like took a CD that we had in the store, like Outkast Greatest Hits. I kind of like just took it. I was like, here, sign this. He was like, all right. Took my Sharpie, signed it, dabbed me up. That was it, man.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah,
man, he's a great artist, too.
Yeah, man, he's great. Really nice guy.
That's always cool.
Would you rather have a slush or a milkshake?
I've been liking them Sonic Master Blaster shakes.
Are those the ones with the nerds? The nerd candy?
No, those were the slushes. You missed out. They don't have nerds anymore.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Oh, man.
Those were good too, though. Those like nerds slush. Those were really good. The sour raspberry or whatever I'd get. But I've been liking those shakes lately from Sonic. They're pretty good.
Cool. Who was the last person you said I love you to?
My wife.
Cool. If you could, what's one piece of advice that you would give to a younger version of yourself? Just one piece of advice.
Man, stay away from the bullshit, honestly. Don't let people dictate or tell you what you can and can't do. And then also stay away from all those people trying to feed you ego. I think a big thing of what I had to learn is stay away from people like that just feeding you ego, telling you you're the shit, telling you you're always right. And then when you fuck up, they just turn their back on you. I think that's what I would really want to get across to a younger version of me.
All right, man. Our last game is called Fill in the Blank. I'll start a statement. You just fill in the blank.
Okay.
My first car was
A Plymouth Chrysler? What was it? A Chrysler Plymouth Neon.
Oh, okay.
It was actually Plymouth, but right before it went to Dodge Neon.
Yeah.
It was a purple little neon.
So it's that late 90s, early 2000s?
Let's say like a 2003 or something like that. 2002. I don't know, around there, yeah.
Cool. What color was it?
It was purple.
Purple? Okay, your favorite color, right?
It was my favorite color, yeah. That's kind of the big reason why I love that car.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
My first car.
My favorite reality TV show is?
Reality TV show? I'm not really big on TV shows, and then also reality TV show. I don't watch it, but I've been watching a few episodes of one, and it's just, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but recently it's like a urban street art competition type of deal, and they're filming these guys doing challenges and whatnot about painting, and it's kind of graffiti street art related, so I've been watching that.
Cool, man. A Saturday night for me consists of?
Drinking whiskey.
What kind of whiskey?
Apple Crown.
Apple Crown.
Stuff's great. That's what I'm drinking right now, actually.
The last album I bought was?
Ooh. Trying to remember the very last album I've bought. Oh, there were three together. I bought a Jimi Hendrix Greatest Hits mixtape, Carlos Santana. What's his new album called? I don't know. It's got this wolf on the front.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is good.
It's got this wolf on the front. I think it's called Santana 12 or 13 or something like that. And then also the Kendrick Lamar Untitled.
Oh, yeah.
Untitled Remastered project. I bought all three of those at the same time.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yep.
My name is Grime Lab, and I'm
a player.
True
player for real.
True player for real, Grime Lab. And that's another episode of the JayBo Show and the Raps, guys. Grime Lab, you got anything else you want to say? Any questions, comments?
Man, not at all. You could, keep up with me at Grime Lab or www.grimelab.tv. I'm steady putting out work, putting out videos, putting out more music. You could download my music for free on the SoundCloud. You could shoot me an email and I'll send you some stuff. And just keep posted what I keep putting out. And thank you, JayBo, for coming over.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
Making
no
this
problem,
happen
man.
again.
Thank you, man. Thank you for giving me the chance, man, to interview you
sure.
again, man. Your daughter's here. She want to say anything?
Raquel, you want to say anything?
No,
All right, Raquel. All right, Grime Lab. All right, Scramps. And that's another episode of JayBo Show and the Raps. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.